Welcome back, and today we're talking about ReZero episode 32. So like always, let's jump into it. This episode, we got a lot of information regarding Beatrice and some other stuff, but I definitely did not see the whole Beatrice thing coming. I mean, the way they handled it was really awesome. We see that Subaru is definitely pissed off. I mean, he thinks for all he knows that this is a new point, a new restart point, and he won't be able to save all of his friends that just got murdered. I mean, that's crazy. But bigger than that, we find out that Beatrice, she has one of those cultist books, and she's following every single direction that book has. That's why she started talking to Subaru. That's why she started, playing with Subaru. And, Subaru this whole time thinks that him and Beatrice are friends, and that's obviously not the case. I mean, even the way Beatrice was talking to Subaru, calling him a human and all that stuff, I mean, it was really insulting the way she was behaving. She was behaving like a monster almost. I mean, she was definitely crazy. And the fact that she's following everything that this book says, that are made from the witches, right? Only the witches cult use this type of books. That leads me to believe that she's either in an alliance with the cultists or the witches, and that in turn makes me question Roswell, right? I don't think for a second that Roswell does not know the connection that Beatrice has to the witches. That's why she has the book. So now I am really intrigued as to what's going to happen here, because those are some definitely huge flags. We don't know what witch she's following. Maybe it's the witch of greed or one of the other ones. We don't know. Hopefully we find out, fairly soon, because I mean, those are some big questions and we need answers right now. But we know that once Subaru died in that whole scene and he went back to, the sanctuary, luckily, I mean, could you imagine if that was the new restart point? I mean, Subaru will probably just kill himself over and over and over. I mean, it would be a mess. But the fact that he was able to go back to the sanctuary, he once again tried to change everything, the future and everything. He tried to make different choices or better choices so he can get the right outcome. And everything again went downhill fast. We see that he told Ryusu, I believe that's her name, and Garfield about his plan to take the trials for Emilia. I mean, Emilia keeps failing. I feel bad for her, but I mean, dang, girl, can you at least pass the first one? I really want to know what she's going through, because it has to be tough if she keeps failing over and over and over. I mean, you got to give her credit. She's still taking the trials. It's definitely hard, and she's not giving up. So gotta give her credit for that. But once Subaru told Garfield and Ryusu about his plans, all bets were off. I mean, it was crazy. They just took him down and held him prisoner. Now, there's a reason for it. We see that Garfield can smell the witch's miasma coming out of him. So, they consider the witch's enemy. So that's why they did all of that. Now, they obviously don't know that, the witch Echina kind of gave Subaru her bodily fluids. Kind of weird, I know, but just stick with it. And that's probably the reason why Subaru has that smell around him. But still, he was down there for 3 days, not knowing what was going on. I mean, that definitely had to be hard. Once we saw the scene that he was trying to, hit his head to try to kill himself so he can return. I mean, brutal stuff. But then we got Otto coming in and saving him and declaring Subaru his friend. Now, that's a big impact, because we know from the beginning of this episode, he found out that Beatrice is really not his friend. She's been lying this whole time. So the fact that Otto risked his life, right? Because let's be real now, there's no way Otto can take on Garfield. Okay, if Garfield decides to kill Otto, he's done. He's done and over with. So the fact that Otto risked his life to save Subaru, that means a lot. And we see, of course, that Subaru knows this. That's why he started laughing and stuff like that. And of course, he considers Otto his friend. Now, at the end of the episode, we see the word friend show up, and the letter F is kind of like a different shade. I don't know if a lot of people noticed that. I know I did, or maybe it's just me being crazy and my monitor is all messed up. But to me, the F looked like it was a different shade, and I'm guessing that means that that's like a tick mark, that that's Subaru's like either first real legit 100% friend, not the whole thing that he had with Beatrice, which I'm kind of mad about, because damn, Beatrice, I love that character, and the fact that she's been lying this whole time, I mean, that hit hard. But Otto, he's a different story. We see he risked his life. He proved that he definitely wants Subaru as a friend. So maybe that's what that is. Maybe as other people get that relationship with Subaru as friends, real friends, it will start, you know, shading all those letters. But then that leads me to believe, how come Emilia is not shaded in, or maybe even Ram, how come that didn't happen then? We're gonna have to wait and see how everything turns out. But damn, I mean, this episode was great. Loved all the information that we got. Hopefully we get more answers and fairly quickly, because I definitely want to know what is going on with Beatrice and Roswell. Hopefully when Subaru gets back into the camp, he calls Garfield out, he calls everybody out, and lets everybody know that unless you're legit 50-50, half demon, half human, yeah, you can't leave. But if you're at least 1/3 demon, yeah, you can go. That was another big twist. That's why Frederica left, because she's really not half and half. She's like 1/3 demon. So if you're 1/3 demon, you're safe to leave. And I wonder how many people are going to leave if he actually spills all those secrets out. But yeah, great episode. Can't wait for the next one. But like always, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.